Hello and welcome to Game Reactor Live. I'm joined today by Thomas, and I'm sad to say we don't have a mouse and keyboard here.
Yeah.
We were going to play Path of Exile.
Technical trouble.
Poor man's Diablo, as I'd like to say.
Shut the fuck up.
We are going to play a game, of course. We're going to play Forza 5 instead, which you have been playing a bit over Christmas.
Yeah, I actually brought home the Xbox One that we have here at the office for just playing Forza during the Christmas vacation, and hugely enjoyed it with a couple of my friends. Ended up playing like 5 hours straight, a couple of days. So yeah, that's...
This is the first time you're back on stream after Christmas. Do you have a good break and any good gifts you want to highlight? Shout out to like the family who gave the best gift.
Shout out to the family always. Good gifts, yeah. Probably like parent-ish gifts that no matter if they really were good gifts, that they are or not, you were supposed to be really happy about. But yeah, I got a bit of everything and just hugely enjoyed my days off. Again, as I probably told most people, we had this Christmas vacation where me and like 10 to 12 guys, 10 to 15 guys actually, hook up during Christmas and also in the summer and just spend like 3 to 4 days watching movies, drinking beer, making really good food and playing video games. So that was also part of the Christmas ritual, and yeah, the Xbox One was actually a big hit with Forza, Rise and Dead Rising 3, which just cracked everyone up.
Did you watch Die Hard?
I did.
Good.
Yes, I have this list of like 10, I believe 10 Christmas movies that I need to watch every year, and sadly I only made like 3 or 4 this year. But Die Hard.
Same for me actually.
Die Hard, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Home Alone,
and Love Actually.
Yeah, Love Actually is a good film. I think
that's a brilliant film.
Okay.
Bill Nye.
But before we jump into Forza, another thing is happening right now where I'm like, why am I here?
Why am I here? Why are we here?
Why are we not in the US?
CES tag team.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have a little bit of an update from CES.
Yeah.
Even though we're not there ourselves right now.
Sadly so. I will say that CES this year has, for us at least, for gamers, have actually been quite interesting with a lot of new products from really big companies, not the least, of course, Valve, who have produced like 12 different Steam machines with different partners. Quite exciting. The whole thing about Steam machines is still pretty much up in the air, and people's opinion on what a Steam machine is certainly seems to vary quite a bit.
But isn't that also part of it, that it's going to evolve over time, what it will be and who will make it, and people can jump in and say, we want to make one?
Yeah, probably. I still think that even though they made this like really clear list of what a Steam machine is, people just seem to have misunderstood the whole thing about what a Steam machine is, because it really is just a normal small-sized PC that is able to play games with Steam OS, which is just a Linux operating system made for playing games. It's not more than that. It's not less than that. And it seems like a lot of people right now are like almost disappointed, whereas I was just like, even before these official Steam machines were announced, I was like, yeah, go out and buy a Mac Mini and you have a Steam machine. Just install Steam OS on it and you have a Steam machine.
I guess this is just for like some people already have basically a Steam machine at home, but this is for people who don't have that and haven't gotten to the point where like, okay, I'm going to put a PC in my living room and I'm going to install Steam and I'm going to have big picture mode. Yeah. They can go out and buy a box that some company has built together with Valve and said, this will fit perfectly in your living room. Yeah,
and of course there are more elements in it than what I just mentioned, because there are also the controller. And the controller, which I haven't tried yet, is apparently the key factor that's going to make all this possible, and is supposedly really, really good.
Because you will be able to play games that works better with mouse.
Valve themselves, I believe, has said all games in your Steam account, and that means real-time strategy games.
Because that's the difference. There's a lot of games you will play with a 360 or a PS4 controller or whatever, but now you'll be able to play a game like, let's say, StarCraft, that you want a mouse with. That will actually...
StarCraft, but that's a Blizzard game.
Yeah, but like a strategy game where you want a mouse, you can play that with a controller.
Yeah, that is the key component.
But I guess you could, it's not just for Steam, you can play other games, even though it's not a Steam game?
Yeah, but all Steam games, as I take it, that's running through SteamOS will of course be optimized for the Steam controller.
Okay, and
so
supported and all that,
people
yeah.
will probably make a hack for it, and Valve have never really been against people hacking their
As I
stuff.
understood it, it's basically if they're not like officially supported, you can manually say like, oh, this is how it works, and you'll be able to use it with.
Yeah,
whatever.
that's how I understood it as well. But yeah, the whole message about Steam machines still, for some reason, seem to confuse people, and I find that kind of sad because I find the concept really interesting.
Yeah.
I will say another component of this whole thing that has really been underwhelming so far in the messaging of it is Steam in-house sharing, which is kind of the same idea, because you will be able to from your primary Steam games playing machine, games playing PC, you will be able to stream the footage from that onto another machine. For instance, like a small Apple TV or something like that, and just connect a USB controller.
So I'll be able to have my big, strong PC in my office, and I'll be able to have a smaller
just a
computer.
streaming machine.
So an Apple TV, or do I need a Mac or?
No, I mentioned Apple TV myself, of course. Apple TV doesn't have like a USB port. It has to be some sort of streaming box that has a USB port, and supposedly not really any advanced hardware because it just has to stream a picture.
It's basically what Sony is trying to do as well with the what was that called? Media TV.
Exactly.
Where that can't run the games, but you can stream to it.
Exactly. Okay. And I'm quite surprised that more has not been made of that, because the whole idea about Steam Machine is you being able to play your games on or in your living room on your big flat screen TV, and this should, in theory, do the same thing. If you're willing to just buy some sort of little streaming box.
I think it's a matter of that some of the messaging has been a little bit like confusing for people who don't know.
Yeah.
And then there's people who really know what's going on, and I don't know if they get the information elsewhere or what, but it seems like it's kind of split into the people who actually understand what's going on and don't really need all the info that we're getting in some of these. And then the people who, maybe it's the same people who don't have a PC with Steam in their house right now. Maybe they're playing, PS3 or 360 and don't understand all those things yet.
Yeah, the one of the problematic things that they're running into right now is that people have a hard time grasping that they need to pay at least $499 to just get like the smallest version of what we know as a Steam machine right now.
I thought it would be way more expensive than that.
Yeah, and again, I'm like, yeah, well, what do you pay for just a regular gaming PC with a proper graphics card and proper processor? That's at least $499. But again, the whole message about this, I mean, Valve hasn't called this, as far as I know it, like a challenger for PS4 or Xbox One, but a lot of people certainly see it as that. And directly compared price-wise, it will seem like a really expensive system, but I don't think you're supposed to see it as a competitor to the
I don't think directly. Of course, it will end up being that in some ways for some people. If you're like, if I buy a Steam machine, maybe I don't want to buy a PS4 right now. So in that way, but yeah, I don't see it as being, going for the exact same market as Xbox One and PS4, where it's like you want the cheap machine you put in your. Yep. I mean, that's a different kind of audience.
It definitely is, and the thing that a lot of people seem to forget is also that Valve so far isn't producing these machines themselves.
Yeah, they're not making money on them.
No, but they're just providing the platform, and even if like 10,000 people pick up Steam machines, Valve will still stand to make money on it because they're just supplying the software.
Yeah, because they don't make money on the actual hardware.
No, and they can. I imagine, I don't have any inner knowledge of how their business works, but I imagine this is a system that they can just slowly push for at least the next 10 years and just say, yeah, if it picks up.
I wonder how that's going to work for the companies now. Actually, I don't know if they buy a license to make a Steam machine or how that works, but they need to make money on the hardware. Yeah. Where I guess this generation, I think Sony and Microsoft are actually making money about even on the new
About
machine.
even, I think, yeah.
Because as previous, I remember the PS3, Sony was losing a lot of money.
Oh yeah, and Xbox as well.
Yeah, so that kind of changes things. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
And also it's a new way for all these hardware companies, like for instance Alienware or whoever, to sell the hardware, to sort of market it as like a finished solution console thingy-majigger that you can play games on. And it's definitely, I mean, I think that the reason why we're seeing so many companies making Steam machines right now is that it's a new way to sell the hardware, and also it's directly linked with Steam, which is by far the most popular gaming platform on the PC.
Again, the thing I'm really thinking about now is that Sony and Microsoft, they are okay not making a lot of money on their machine. They want them to buy the machines and then earn money on the software. And Valve is not going to earn the money on the hardware because that's not what they're selling. But the companies making it are going to make money on the hardware because that's all they're earning on.
Yeah.
So I don't see them competing with the $500-$400 price tag.
Probably not.
They need to go more expensive and like a better hardware.
Yeah, I mean it's of course speculative from the two of us, because I don't know if there's I don't know if there's like a part deal that for every 10,000 machine you sell, Alienware sells, there's like a small percentage of the games that will be bought for it that goes directly to Alienware. Or if Valve says that if you want to build these machines with our OS, you have to like pay us 5%.
Yeah, pay a license or something. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I mean, we might not know that for 20 years.
You know, probably not, and it's not really in our interest. But it will be exciting to see if they can spread this platform out to the living room, because it is a far cheaper way to buy games. And most would say that if you get to experience the same games on a PC that you do on a console, just with the controller and everything, and the experience is the same on that platform, you will get a better gameplay experience on the PC, because it still has better graphics, faster loading times. And
maybe that will, I think already now I've noticed the PlayStation Christmas sale and that sort of thing. It's gotten way better over the years, and I think it's actually pretty good right now. But of course, if Steam manages to be pushed even more in that way, that will push both Microsoft and Sony to do better sales in that way.
I mean, no matter how you feel about them, I think you have to really applaud what Sony has done the last couple of years with the online section, and they are surely continuing that on PlayStation 4. I mean, they are, from day one, they have been really strong about pushing like sales, and this way you can actually save up money on buying your games through PS Plus or certain offers and stuff like that. And also now, and this also goes into CES, we just heard the announcement of PlayStation Now, which is the service that was formerly known as Gaikai, supposedly allowing first the American market to stream PS3 games on the PS4 through this online service, and also
on Vita, and
I think so as well. Yeah,
and I think it was on Bravia TVs, and like basically all the Sony products that you have you'll be able to stream games to. Yeah. Of course, there will be different quality, and I wonder how to be streaming The Last of Us to a phone, if that's possible. Like, how are you going to control that? But the idea is you'll be able to stream it to Sony devices.
I imagine in the first place they just making it work and control.
I hope that's what they're doing. Yeah, I'd rather have it work on PS4 than like some phone.
Yeah, and I imagine just them just going like, we'll make the controls work at a later point of time. I am really excited to see this, I have to say, but also I don't think that Sony has had the best track record with launching new software.
But remote play is like I didn't think that would work now, but it actually does pretty well.
I mean, just from experiencing something like it on the PC, I was thinking that remote play wouldn't really be a challenge for them, and it hasn't been. It works flawlessly. I haven't had any problems with it at all. But delivering that kind of service online is a totally other experience, and just getting something close to the fidelity you get on PS3 games through a streaming service. I mean, I won't say it seems far-fetched because the technology is there, but getting that out to a mass market like the PlayStation 4 audience and potentially a PlayStation Vita audience and phone and stuff like that is a huge challenge. And I mean, I will be the first one in line buying it if they get it to just
I hope
sort
it's just
of
part
work.
of PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, it probably will be. And also, credit have to go out to the Weekend Confirmed podcast. But I heard someone mention there that they're really excited to see what kind of software library they will have ready. True. Because in theory, at least, unless they've already made all sorts of deals, it should only be Sony franchises,
first party
franchises.
yeah.
Yes.
But even if you just go out and get like, oh, you can play God of War, Last of Us, Uncharted, Infamous, I'm like, okay, I'll do that.
That will certainly be enough for me to sign up in the first place. But I would like to see, some of the Persona games or something like that on PS4 if possible.
I'm sure it will evolve. But yeah, just get it working first.
Just get it working, and we'll be satisfied for the first couple of years and take it from there.
All right, for people just joining, we're just talking a little bit about CES before we jump into Forza 5. We're supposed to play Path of Exile, so if you've been waiting for that, we're sorry to disappoint. They had some problems with their server, it seemed. We couldn't connect to it.
I don't know what the problem is.
But we'll get on that another day. But yeah, we're talking CES. If you have any comments or things you think we should talk about from CES that's been announced so far, let us know in the chat. I'll take a look at that. And then what's the next thing on your list?
Yeah, I just found a couple of products from, again, it has to be gaming inspired. So I just found a couple of products from Rockhat, from SteelSeries, and from Razer that I wanted to mention. Rockhat is presenting a new mechanical keyboard called the Rise TKL Pro. And it's sort of like a smaller-ish mechanical keyboard, which is really, really rare. Looks pretty cool. Rockhat usually makes good products, and I just love my mechanical keyboards. Also, they have the Cave XTD 5.1 digital headset, which is a headset with sound card built in.
Okay.
You're able to pick off the microphone, so you can use it just for normal use. And it just has some really cool features, like being able to hook it up with your smartphone or through Bluetooth. Lastly, the Kone XTD Optical, which is a new mouse for them. Probably not the most exciting stuff for non-players, but again, a good mouse makes all the difference when it comes to gaming. From SteelSeries, they presented something called the Stratus, which is iOS, 7.0 controller.
Okay.
Bluetooth, we have a picture of it right here. It actually reminds me, it might just be me, but it actually reminds me of the old Sega Saturn controller, which is just about the best place you can start with a controller like this. It's supposedly really small.
So it's dual sticks, it looks like?
Dual sticks, all the buttons. It even has, I believe, 2 pairs of shoulder buttons, so it has everything you know.
And it will work with iPads and iPhones?
Everything, yes, supposedly so. And also from SteelSeries, we have the Sensei wireless mouse. Picture should be upcoming, which is just a wireless version of the really popular mouse. I personally love this mouse, so for it to go wireless makes it really exciting to me. Should also mention that I, at point of time, worked at SteelSeries, so I might be colored in my opinion. And lastly, I don't believe we have a picture of this, is the Tobii IX, which is a device that tracks your eyes when you actually play. And there's not a lot of information.
So it's a camera?
That actually tracks your eye movement, and you are supposedly able to just make a whole lot of commands just with your facial expressions and stuff like that. And I mean, it sounds a bit far-fetched, but it is SteelSeries that's now working together with this company, and SteelSeries oftentimes know the audience really, really well.
Okay.
From Razer, we have the Nabu, which is like the Nike Fuel Band, it counts calories, counts pretty much everything you do. But what is really cool about it is that it has 2 displays. So it has a small display in front, which
this is a wrist thing.
Yeah, wearable wrist thing. Yes. So it has a small screen in the front that just gives you your basic information. But what's really cool about it is that on the back side it has an even bigger screen, allowing you to actually read messages, Twitter messages, and everything. And it even allows you to do it in private because it's on the back side.
Does it say does it work with my iPhone, or is it like Android only?
I think it works with both.
I want that Apple Watch. Just give that to me.
Yeah, exactly. What's another small cool feature about this is that it has like near field communications thing. So if you actually shake hands with another user of this, you're able to exchange like Twitter accounts and LinkedIn profiles and everything.
It's basically like digital, business card. I could see that totally perfect for CES, where you walk around. Oh, do you have a business card? You just shake hands, and
that's it.
That's pretty cool.
And at first I was like, why does Razer need to do like another fuel band? The fuel band in itself it's like a thing really good. But these small additions to it is actually really cool, I think.
And this is perfect for CES because being there, I feel like that's not. It's like a show where I don't feel like there's a lot of stuff where I'm like, I that's important. That's something I need. But there's a lot of stuff that's like, I want, like that's something you can't really argue that like you need it, but it's so cool. Like, oh, I can exchange my business card digitally by shaking my. Like, I don't know, but it's awesome.
That was also that was actually the angle I was going to go from. That I thought you were going to say, because no matter who you are at CES, you meet like, it's even worse than E3. You meet 2 million people in the first day.
Yeah.
And like, I just remember going there and I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, but it's not possible for my brain to remember your name at the end of the day. So can I just have your card? And it's like, would be so much cool to just say, hey.
But also like you'll end up with this.
Yeah.
Or
that's true.
And shaking hands would be good.
And the last product I wanted to mention is also from Razer. And do you remember when we went 2 years ago, we saw this tablet device?
Yes. Like it was like an iPad sort of thing with like 2 on the side. Is that one?
Yeah. And it completely took CES by storm. Yeah. And they, even at that point in time, they were saying like, this is only like a prototype. We don't know if we're gonna produce it. And as time shows it, they didn't. They like put the technology.
We couldn't try it when we were there, right?
I think I actually got to try it, but
I think they had it the year after as well, where I was there.
Probably, yeah. And they might even evolve on it someday. Yeah. But this year they also produced a prototype, and it's called the Project Christine.
Okay.
And what it is, I think again we have some pictures. What it is a completely modular PC.
Okay.
And I think there's a picture more from the side later. Yeah, there you see it. So what you see here is just like regular PC hardware put into modules. And these modules you're able to supposedly exchange like you would like USB key or anything.
Okay.
And it's not
so like almost like while it's running and stuff as well? Or?
I don't know about that, but yeah, probably hard drives and stuff you'll be able to do that. But the whole idea is then that you'll be able to exchange everything from your processor to your graphics card to your hard drives, everything just by clicking in like a new component. I saw a presentation from the lead of Razer, and he even mentioned that, again, this is just a prototype, but if they started producing it, they could see it launch with some kind of subscription model where like every half year, you'll be able to get a new processor or a new graphics card. Every time there was like a new bump, you'll be able to just get the newest of hardware and plug it in like in seconds. And I mean, I don't know if it's pretty, but it definitely...
I know it's not pretty.
But it definitely looks spectacular.
Yeah, cool. I mean, you want something that looks different, because if it's just a normal black box, then people are going to be like, Like it's the thing. I remember, like, I think it was this time when they announced the new iPhone. No, where it's called the 5S now, and the main complaint from people with that iPhone wasn't that it was, like it was that you couldn't really tell that it was a new one. Like that when you get some new cool shit, you want to be like, look, I got the new one. So
fuck you, I got the new model. Yeah. It's probably some of the same stuff that Razer's going forward with this computer. And again, I really hope that it's, I mean, not particularly this design, but I really hope that is a project that they carry on, because the whole modular thing about, I mean, cool. I'm still the sort of guy that puts together my PC, but if I could just buy a new model and say, hey, I have the newest processor from Intel or the newest graphics card from ATI, that would be really awesome.
I had a Mac Pro before, and it's not like this, but it had that a little bit where you just open the side, you could pull...
the box, right?
No, like a big one, where you could open the side and you can just pull out like fast, like what is it called, fast something, hard drives, whatever. It was really easy to exchange like a lot of the things in it. Not this easy, but way easier than you had.
And I even remember Apple doing it before that with the little cube thing.
Yeah. I don't know if it was in that, but if you say... Yeah, but I wonder how that's going to be with the new Mac Pro. That's like the cylinder thing. But that looks. I think it is. Though you just pull it off and you can just.
I think that's the idea too. But then again, I think that if I ever bought one, I would never touch it. I would just look at it and maybe even turn it on once in a while.
Just like it's all dark, and then if you spin it to like access part of it, it lights up. And it's just like, I would just spin it sometimes just to have it.
Please sponsor us, Apple. Please send us just some free
We'll put it here.
Just every day. All right. That was pretty much everything I had.
There was one thing that I just read that I don't know a lot of details on, but I saw that, because I like the PS4. I don't have one, but I thought a lot about headsets for that. Where I remember I read before that the Pulse headset, the second official PlayStation headset, was supposed to work with the PS4. It doesn't right now. I hope it eventually does. But I saw that Sony had made a deal with Turtle Beach that they were going to produce the official PS4 headsets.
Nice.
So that's cool. We'll get some info on it, but I hope we'll still be able to use at least the one that they. Someone told me that it was going to work.
Okay.
But yeah, at least there's some. Because right now, the only thing that works to my knowledge is the one ear thing, and I want a headset with my PlayStation.
Yeah. Again, talking about headsets and PlayStation, let me just again make a little clap for Sony for just allowing me to plug in my mini jack and use in the control itself. That is, I mean, processing power and graphics power is amazing, but those sorts of small details that I would say Sony has oftentimes messed up in the past is just freaking brilliant. I mean, it's the sort of thing that I have a hard time ever seeing missing from a controller again. So amazing stuff, Sony.
All right, cool. Let's. Should we jump into
Forza?
To some racing?
Yes, let's do it. Again, you should probably tell why we're playing Forza again.
Yeah, for people just joining, yes, we were supposed to play Path of Exile, which is a Diablo-like game. I think
Diablo-inspired, Nick.
I think what you tried to say to me was that it's more what people who like Diablo 2 wanted from Diablo 3.
It's actually made by, I mean, the project started as just like 6 fans from Australia who were kind of disappointed that there wasn't a new game like Diablo 2. So they
was this before or after Diablo 3 was released?
That was way before.
So they've been working on this for years.
Path of Exile, I think, has been in development for close to 6 years.
Okay.
They finally released the public build, I believe, like half a year ago, maybe 3. I can't remember.
Yeah, this year. Last year.
And it's really amazing, and there's a lot of key components that make it really amazing and makes it differ from Diablo 3, Torchlight, and everything that's on the market in that sort of genre. But I think we should probably save that for when we actually.
But it's a Diablo-like game. You play online. You have to be connected. I found out because we couldn't access the server, which is why we're saving it for another day. We'll get to it next week or maybe the week after.
Yeah.
And instead, we're going to play Forza 5 today because you're here and you're a big Forza guy.
Yeah, and let me just say the last thing about Path of Exile for today. If you want to warm up, if you want to try it, if you want to know what we're talking about in the future when we're doing Path of Exile, go ahead and download it because it's absolutely free to play.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, but so we're playing Forza 5 on Xbox One. We had a Forza Gran Turismo Day before Christmas. So what has happened since then? Where is Forza at now, you think, compared to release?
There has not been a lot of like completely game-changing patches about Forza or for Forza. What has happened though is that a patch has been released where the pricing structure of the game has been regulated. And I mean, I never had the problem with the game in the first place, but then again, I don't have an Xbox One at home, so I was only partly playing it.
But some people had problems with the way they work. And it's something now that the cars are cheaper and you also earn the points or whatever it is.
Yeah, more credits.
Faster.
Yeah. Just the whole balance of the buying system has been regulated, so that you will be able to buy your favorite cars even faster.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, and where we played a little bit before. Do you should we do what should we play here? I see there's
let's
different
just
modes.
go ahead with the career. I just saw that this was race 7 out of 8.
Okay,
so we have to complete the series to be able to pick another.
So the way the Forza campaign works is you drive in different series.
You choose a series, you buy a car for that series, and you race a certain amount of races before you're able to pick a new league. So we're just leaving the Tokyo track and going to Yas Marina.
Is this all like real famous tracks we're driving?
Yeah, this was pretty much I say a track made for the Formula 1 series. for them to come to Abu Dhabi. And of course, it's completely spectacular. I mean, it has a Ferrari wall. What you see here is actually a hotel, and the bridge there, you can actually stand in there and watch the race and everything. So it's like completely state-of-the-art.
This looks very similar to my house, actually.
Yeah, I know. I remember you building something like
yeah. I
with your
think
own
mine
hands.
is like more like this size, but I'm working on the big version.
Yeah.
All right, you need to get in third to get most.
Yeah, that's actually one of the clever things about the newest Forza is that supposedly so they didn't want to just create a game where you always had to race for first place. So the amount of credits you get is actually the same for first, second, and third.
Okay.
Just so that you can concentrate.
And then 4 till 7.
Yes.
And then, okay.
So you can focus on just having a proper race. I mean, it might be a flawed way of designing the game, but I haven't had problems with it so far.
I haven't played a lot, but I got to play it a little bit in I think one of the streams as well, and from that little, I never got to buy anything, so I don't know how the credits work and all that, but the actual driving was a lot of fun, and I really liked the rumble in the triggers.
Yeah,
cool.
What I noticed during the Christmas period is that the previous Forza games were really focused about administering the small tasks in the game, allowing you to just focus on the game, like doing all automatic small tasks. Like one of the previous games, I believe was 3, just allowed you to pick the car you wanted to race, and the game would find the races for that sort of car itself.
Yeah,
I'm really good.
Yeah, I'm really good. It was good pass. That's another thing actually that I noticed that I really like when playing it, that it tells you how well you do turns and passes and stuff, and you can get like bad, okay, good, perfect or something like that. And I think that helps a lot. I do use the line which some people say you should turn off, but I think I actually ended up paying less attention to the line and more to what message I got after I'd done a pass or a turn, if I did well. Because you can be on the line and not do a good turn.
And what you just saw is that the AI, because it's supposedly based on other players, is completely non-caring about you using the straight line, because it will, for instance, I just got overtaken by 2 cars who had more top speed on straights than me. And you actually saw one of them have so much speed that it overtook me on the outside, which is unheard of in a game like this, because cars are always programmed to go for the inside, because that's how you overtake in racing, unless you have like far higher speeds. So I don't know if you can call it the way of implementing AI or the driver task system. The more I play the game, the more I'm impressed by it. You will see certain situations where other drivers are just completely, I wouldn't say ignorant about your position on the track, but just overly aggressive in their driving style. But again, that's the way you race against other players. And the further you get, the higher difficulty you choose, the more intelligent you will also see the other cars.
I do like the idea of, I think I like almost everything about the whole driver tar thing except the name, maybe.
The name is terrible.
But it's cool that this is real people that it's taking data from, and sometimes like you can choose to drive against your friends as well, right? And I just saw when I turned on the game before we started up the stream, that it told me how much credits we had earned from driving against other people when we haven't been playing.
Our AI, yes.
And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you really, want to be critical about it, I would say, it is just, a fancy term for one way of doing AI, I would say. I don't know about the techniques they employ, but we have seen certain systems that at least on paper reminds me a lot of the system that they're using before. What I've never seen before is a system that does it so well. I mean,
I guess that's the main thing.
Yeah, I mean, just what you see here, you see like 4 or 5 cars actually racing each other going for different lines on the track, trying to outmaneuver each other, trying to pressure each other. And that's something that I can remember maybe F1 2013 from Codemasters, but other than that, I can't remember any other car games doing it. And I still prefer racing online, but if I have to race offline, this is definitely the way to do it.
And when you play, of course, I don't know if there's like too many accessories for the new consoles, but do you usually play these sort of games with a controller or with some of the fancy equipment that you can get?
I tend to, for the Forza series specifically, I tend to go for wheel and pedals.
Yeah. But that's not out for Xbox One yet, is it? Or
not as far as I know. I believe Mad Catz are doing. Oh, this is gonna be tight.
And this is the
fourth.
final, right?
I believe Mad Catz is doing something for Xbox One. But for PS3 and maybe PS4 in the future, I'm using Logitech. And for the Xbox,
Are you using wheels for
yeah, and
perfect turn? All right.
And for Xbox, I actually was one of the few people who absolutely loved the Microsoft wheel for the Xbox 360. I know it was poorly made and didn't have some of the finer details of most other wheels, but it suited me perfectly, and it was a really good wheel for Forza.
When I played Forza, I used to use DDR3 dance mode.
Yeah,
so it was too easy with the wheel, you know.
Setting world records.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is. I have this thing that if a game like this, a car or a racing game, starts to just remind me of just a bit about simulator,
yeah,
you have to race with the wheel.
I like that. The only thing is you need to buy a good one and you need to have a place for it and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely prefer with Forza and with Gran Turismo to play with the wheel. But then like games like Need for Speed.
Yeah, that's
I like even if I had the wheel, I think that's a game I want to play with a controller.
Yeah, I remember
because it's not driving. When you do that thing, and it's like you just slide through the.
Yeah, I remember at one point in time actually having the whole G27 from Logitech set up because I had just been playing, I believe, F1, and I was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and try Race Driver Grid with that, which is just a pure arcade racer. And I mean, in a matter of 5 minutes or so, I was just about to like smack the wheel and just crash it on the floor. Just doesn't suit the game. So it shouldn't come as a surprise. I just got a first place.
I'm actually surprised.
I'm currently ranked number 307, 253 in the world.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's Game Reactor Live, which of course you should add on Xbox Live and PSN. We have the Game Reactor Live gamer tag and PSN ID. So go add us there if you want to. I guess you can drive against our Drivatar.
I think so, yeah.
Shoot us in Call of Duty. There's something similar there with like you can play against our squad thing where you can like play against each other's squads.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be one of the things that we're going to see in PlayStation 4 and Xbox 3 or Xbox One games. The whole thing about your game carrying on without you.
And I mean this whole thing using now it's a driving game where it takes data from how you drive. That could work in any game, and I think that's actually pretty much what they're doing in Call of Duty. That they're taking the info on how if you snipe when you play against my soldier, then then it's a sniper. And I guess that could work for FIFA or
any competitive game, I would say. And if they can make it work as well as it does in Forza, it's definitely something I would like to see.
Could you imagine some sort of like Diablo, where you would rank up your different characters, and then you can have like a squad against squad battle? That would be pretty cool as well.
Yeah. That's true.
And then it would use the skills that you had set up, with your different...
Or the skills that you most oftentimes used,
and play how you've played and stuff. That would be pretty cool.
It's probably going to happen in this console
I hope
generation. So. I mean, the next Borderlands might do it, actually.
And now we're talking proper Borderlands, not the Tales from Borderlands.
No, that's true. Yeah, that would be kind of weird in a Telltale game.
Choose what you usually choose. You just have it play a story for you.
You always play like a dick, so this
you
is
always lie, so I was just going to lie for you.
Yeah. Why slow down here on the straight? Stupid AI. Stupid player.
Well, that's the thing. If the player you're driving against did that, then
I didn't see his name, but he was horrible. Should never play this game again.
well, actually, wouldn't that be good? Because then you would win.
Yeah, that might be true. It's probably the game's way of telling me that I'm not very good.
Yes, you're
So it's
playing
just
against shitty
fine.
players.
So it's just finding AI that doesn't know how to push the gas pedal. Oh, I like this game. I need to buy myself an Xbox One. Do you know if it has become possible to order these and actually get them from the UK by now?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think there's usually, I don't know if it's difficult, but there's usually some way of importing. And then there's the whole thing with setting up the account. I'm not sure you can use the way the account works. Like some things will change when it's released. We're sitting in Denmark now. That there's some things you can't do now that you'll be able to change to when it comes out here. Like what country you're in. I don't think you could choose Denmark if you have.
If you have set it up as a like.
Because it's not out in Denmark, so you can't choose that you're in Denmark or something like that.
Okay.
I don't think you can choose Danish store because it's not here.
That's
I
true.
think it was Ricardo from Portugal, Game Reactor Portugal editor-in-chief I talked to about that. So you could choose Brazil, I think, because it's out in Brazil.
Yeah. I was thinking about either getting one from UK or from Germany.
Yeah, I think for a lot of Danes it'll be easy to drive down to Germany and buy one in the store. But as far as I understand, it's selling really well, so it's not just walking into a store.
No,
It sounds like some place in the US it's easy enough to get, but I think everywhere else it's selling really well. So
I'd also imagine that the US market is the market that Microsoft is most strongly focusing on getting a constant supply of
and
consoles.
also that's way more you'll be able to have, cities in the middle of nowhere where people don't drive out to buy an Xbox. I'm sure it's probably sold out in New York and LA and that sort of.
Yeah,
big
but
cities.
the whole thing about bringing home the Xbox One during the Christmas period really convinced me of.
You think it's worth having both consoles? I mean, I guess now I'm not. Well,
not right now. It isn't. If I have to be completely honest, but that being said, I was surprised that I really enjoyed Rise.
okay.
Of course, I love Forza. And Dead Rising was probably the first Dead Rising game that I could imagine myself playing more than 5 hours.
I enjoyed playing Forza, and I really enjoyed Dead Rising. I haven't really tried giving them a big chance, but I tried them shortly, and this is the first time I've been like, oh, I want to play this Dead Rising game.
Yeah.
And same goes for Forza. I thought that was fun to play. I played an hour of each game maybe.
Yeah.
Rise is not for me.
Okay.
But I mean, that's the way it is with games. You're not going to love all of them.
It should also be said for my experience that I was playing it with 5 to then 10 guys at a time, just with a crowd. Okay. And a game like, for instance, Rise, which is all about these extremely violent executions, just makes for a good crowd pleaser.
Yeah. And then there's I think that's the problem now with the consoles and owning multiple is that there's not a lot of exclusives right now.
No.
Where I mean, again, I haven't bought either console, and I'm gonna wait a little bit. But I think there's good enough titles that it could be worth buying now if you want to play Battlefield and you want to play Call of Duty and FIFA and Assassin's Creed. But you're not going to play those games. I'm not going to play Call of Duty on PS3 and PS4 and then Xbox One as well and PC and
You could, mate.
I could, and I might.
You are actually the only person that I know that could end up doing
I could
just
actually
that.
do that, yeah. But I'm going to tell myself I shouldn't.
Just imagine not only trophies, Nick, but also achievements.
Having 100% across all platforms, that would be pretty cool.
Or
just max prestige. Well, you can carry over. I actually wonder if I can carry over. I guess I should try that if I can, because I play on PS3 and I played on PS4. If I can carry over my progression in multiplayer to Xbox One.
How would you be able to do that? Because it's hooked up through Elite?
Yeah.
if Elite is actually the instance that determines,
I think it is.
if that's how it works, then you should be able to do that.
That would be pretty cool.
I just imagine if that was the case, I just imagine that we would have heard about it before.
But
Then again, there's no Call of Duty fan in the world as big as you, so. Hey Nick, go and buy Xbox.
yeah.
So we just completed this series, so we
Okay.
should be able to pick a new series now.
So you should be able to buy a new car as well. Oh, hip hop cam.
Yeah!
I don't know.
The best thing was the small sounds, like
I couldn't really decide what like.
oh, you
You should have heard the small songs I made in the video. Self-finished editing now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
That's for like extra material when we release a DVD of all this eventually.
Like box set with
Yeah.
hundreds of hours.
Yeah, all
of
the
just
all
weird
the
stuff.
live streams and then all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes.
Okay, I don't know how many credits.
Can we buy a car?
I don't know how many credits we have. So.
But if you have a credit card, don't you?
Oh, so I should just transfer real life funds
Yes.
to the game.
I think. Let me just check the chat. Yeah, I think what people are saying in the chat is, pay up, Thomas.
Well, with the millions and millions I earned doing this job, it should be a small problem. It is Jeremy Clarkson,
Yes,
and he is amazing.
I like that, and I like Top Gear, but I actually got tired.
I like that.
No, but it's just like I'm not a car guy like you are, but I enjoy Top Gear, and I went to a Forza party in E3, and the steak was there, and all, that's awesome. I love all that. I got tired of listening to that shit in the game.
Yeah, you're just a weirdo.
Am I?
Yeah.
Really? So you haven't gotten tired of it? Yet?
Nope. It's actually
You gotta be in love with that dude. Then.
It actually bothers me that there's like a sequence now that
you're
he's
not listening
describing
to?
that I can hear. Seriously.
I'm so happy that I just get to talk over him and silence that.
I would far rather listen to you than I would
Yeah.
Jeremy Clarkson. That's the way the world works. No?
Yeah,
Okay, so we
buy
have
that.
we have 146,000 credits. This one costs 438, and that's with the reduced sales.
So what are you telling me? Something about math or something?
I don't think we'll be able to buy a Lamborghini or Ferrari.
Oh, go back. One more to the right.
That's 423.
But I like that car.
Pay up then.
It also says recommended.
Yeah, that's for every series. There's a certain couple of cars that the game.
Which
recommends.
ones were they? Were they the first ones?
What?
They were the first ones you looked at, right? Yeah.
These
Yeah.
like.
But it
7
says a
cars.
plus on those two
Oh,
are
yeah,
the
that's
recommended.
true.
So the game is Jeremy Clarkson is telling you buy this car.
Me specifically,
Yes.
because it's analyzed when I drive a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was one that said DLC, and that was the thing where then you needed to buy the car and then
Yes.
buy it for credits afterwards.
Yep.
So maybe that's the one you want to go for.
Again, just transfer the credits and I'll happily buy just the car you want.
Welcome to the bloodiest battleground in the
All right. So this
How the
is when
hell
I
can
should
you tire
talk-
of Clarkson?
I don't know. I just got bored listening to the stuff. I was like, let me play the game.
radically different.
That's funny. That's how I usually think when we're doing these live streams. Shut
Yeah.
up, Nick. Just let me play the game.
Yeah. Well. Okay. So we'll be quiet now because Thomas has to listen to.
Yeah, I still can't hear this.
No. It's good.
I'll probably start the game over when I eventually buy myself an Xbox One.
Yeah, you should.
And I'll record with the in-game recorder. I'll record all the sound bits and I'll send them to you.
You know
on
what? I'll
Facebook.
record all sound bits over Jeremy Clarkson and send it to you so you can listen to that over that douche.
The douche.
Yeah.
That's a douche move.
Yeah. I think he would actually appreciate it.
Just
he's,
like-
he's this sort of guy who, if you can like insult him proper,
Yeah.
he would be like, okay, all right, that's good.
Yeah, they'll just like be my Facebook page with like 20 videos of you talking, oh, Jeremy Clarkson. Oh, we can buy a GTR Black.
I don't want that.
Shut up.
But so if we don't, let's say, go back one. let's say I want to buy this one. We
Yeah.
almost have enough money for this. How would then I would go replay a race or go
Yeah.
online, and then I would earn the money.
Go replay some races.
But when we started today, I think we had like 80 or 70,000, right? So
Yeah.
we earned like 60,000 fairly quick.
We earned close to 5,000 credits for every one race, and for completing the series, we also got another 35.
Okay, so
And
that was
that's-
the lot, like the
Yeah.
big chunk. So what are you thinking?
I would like to buy that.
Yeah.
458 Italia is probably, it might be the prettiest racing car ever made. That and the Mercedes McLaren SLR.
Yeah, I'm
think.
not going to disagree. I don't think it's my favorite, but it's definitely up there.
Look at it. Is there actually? Can we just have a look, please?
Can we just zoom in and then have Jeremy Clarkson talk over it? And Thomas will just comatose over in the corner.
Retrieving content from blah blah blah. That's actually what you
Does
remember.
that cost money to do that?
This? No. I talked about the whole automation thingy of the game, just
Yeah.
getting better and better at doing small things for you. This time around, if you choose a design that you like for just any sort of car at any point of time in the game, the game will, for future use, actually start to find designs that kind of reminds of that.
But
or
this,
every
I
other
could
car.
go and buy a car and then like go and paint it and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it'll upload it or what?
Yes, and then you can.
Because there's some creator and it says popular.
Yeah, it's Bionic League 9174 that's on this. And
There's like 9,173
Bionic Leagues, yes.
before. Okay.
But the whole community about doing these designs for the different sort of cars has always been really,
I
really
like
big
that. The
in
only thing
Forza.
for me with this is I have something with Ferraris.
They need to be red.
Unless I have like 7 or 8 of them, then I can start having like a yellow or a black one. But
Yeah, this was
that
just,
looks cool though. That one.
that looks like a McLaren actually. This was just for show though, because as
Yeah.
you might have noticed, we don't have the money to buy the car.
Yeah. So we'll just. So this Forza 5 is basically like real life. I can go have a look at fancy cars.
Like standing just hooked up to the window and
Yeah.
just like
Look at that car I don't have money for.
yeah, and cry a little bit.
So what
But
do you
we should
think?
probably go for-
You think we should buy a car now? Not we shouldn't save up for an even cooler?
No, let's just go for. I want to race this series, so let's just go for the GTR Black Edition.
Okay. I'm not happy, but I guess
I mean,
I won't be happy the way I'll find a reason to.
I would rather have gone for
Let's
this.
see. Let's just see the other ones. Which cars do we have money for? We have money for no cars. basically.
The Vanquish? Nope.
Oh, that would be nice. That was
The
expensive.
Corvette we do, but that's
oh.
American, so nope.
Yeah, I don't like the Corvette either. That
Nope.
one I like though.
Yeah, the R8. The Dodge, that's also American, so nope.
But-
And this one. Don't
Okay,
worry, this
yeah,
one.
I actually like that the least, but sure.
Huh? This one? The
No,
Viper?
No, I would want that one. We almost have
The
one for
R8?
that, Yeah.
That's an amazing car. Or
You
I
don't-
think it's
you-
an amazing car.
You don't think it's worth saving a little? Oh, let's go for the other one. We're not going to spend the whole stream discussing like which cars we have money for.
Okay, so now it's getting skins based on what other skins I've used before.
But again, this is not your account, so this will just be. Oh, that's awesome.
This one? The
Yeah.
Night Before Christmas?
Yeah, go for that.
I'll go for
That
this.
that looks awesome. Okay.
This?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. This
This
is
is
from Tron.
horrible.
That's Tron.
Yeah, but it's still horrible looking.
But the car is horrible already. That just makes it look better.
You just pissed
Less
off.
horrible.
You do know that you
I just pissed off everyone who likes the GTR.
No, no.
Well,
you,
good.
You just pissed off our Swedish editor who actually owns one of these. And
Okay, good.
Peter? Nick.
Sure. I don't like that car.
We should go for this.
I'm okay with that. That or Tron, I'm happy with.
Or
If
this.
there's any sort of film reference, I'm good.
This is actually also really cool.
Maybe, can you see if there's a Love Actually skin you can put on?
Just two people kissing, Bill Nye standing like rock pose.
What, like if you could buy a GTR with Bill Nighy on it, tell me you like. That's,
Yeah, that's
you gotta go with that.
Nick, of course, that's the dream.
Yeah.
It's not possible right now, but
Can you search for?
Bill Nye? Design options. Sure, let's search for. Okay,
I'm
I do a
offended
search.
by
Yeah,
the-
search. What?
Was there a report of it? I'm offended that there's no Bill Nighy on
Let's
this.
go for it. Racing Bill.
Oh, you
Where's Bill?
It's gotta be fantasy.
Fantasy. And what's the second keyword?
Realistic.
No, he's not.
He's realistic fantasy.
Throwback?
Is he a throwback?
No, he's
Actually,
still
the
pretty
character
cool.
he plays in,
That's true. And into text?
but that's the creator. That's searching for that.
Bill himself, maybe?
No,
He's
just
way too
go
cool to do that.
throwback fantasy and see what we get.
Okay. I'm expecting a Bill Nye.
Branko just says, "Too bad the Batmobile ain't in it as an unlockable." I would totally want the Batmobile.
It is.
That's terrible.
Seriously messed up.
I actually didn't think that car could get any worse, but I guess it can.
Shut up, Nick.
No, go with the. I'd say go with the Tron one.
Actually, should we go?
We're just spending like 20 minutes just looking at car skins.
Yeah, should we go out and make some more credits and
Yes,
go for
and then get a
direct?
Tron skin on that one.
No.
All right, let's make some money. How do we do that?
Let's make some money.
You know how it is.
Yeah,
It's that time of the year.
it
Playoff
actually
time.
is. It's next. I want to get really drunk and make a fool of
Vegas.
myself in
Yeah.
Vegas. Time of year. Another reason why we're so sad we're not going to CES.
Yes.
Okay.
There are those among us who believe that small is better.
Clarkson.
That little something
The Clarkson.
must necessarily.
Oh, it's actually James May. I'm also missing this.
When it comes to cars, it should be relatively simple. Small cars have space only for small engines, and small engines, as we all know, means small power.
The bath.
But so this doesn't bore you.
Nimble, there is simply less of the
You mean pretty cars narrated by?
But I just want to like
Yeah, well,
decide for yourself. Some small
I don't know what to tell you, Nick. You just
skip. Let's get to the racing.
Fiesta ST is one of the very best, as befits a car.
so in the car game.
So
you
now
don't,
it's telling me about what is that, a Ford or a Fiat or something?
S3, though the
that's a Renault, Nick.
And the one before.
That was a Fiat 500 and bath.
So it's like, then at least put some Ferraris on there or something.
Some Ferraris on the Fiat.
No, just like I don't want to look at that car. I don't.
That's not what you want to race.
I don't want to have some British dude tell me about tiny cars. Is this what we have to go on? Do we have
Yeah.
to pay money for those?
Yeah, I thought we actually owned some of them.
Wait, how much is the next one? Dude, like we have to buy the GTR one. Then we can't buy. Are we buying? Oh.
Oh. Okay, we'll go for the GTR, and we will go for. Anything on the chat?
Yeah, but I'm trying to keep focused now.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's okay. That's good. I like
sweet.
that. What was CR?
That's credits.
And you could tokens is the ones you buy?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can only earn those by buying.
I think so, yes. We'll probably actually need some spare cash to upgrade this car. So the price point works out fine. For some reason, this reminds me of the old Knight Rider car.
Yeah, I can see that a little bit.
What did I just do?
Let's get racing.
Let's get racing.
We return to Prague, a city famous for its imposing and magnificent architecture.
Let me just, for people just joining, this is of course Game Reactor Live. We're live every day from 4 till 6. We were supposed to
Especially
play.
Nick. Nick is live every day.
I'm live more than 4 till 6. More about that another time. 4 till 6 every day. Game Reactor Live. We're supposed to play Path of Exile, but we are playing Forza 5 because we couldn't connect to
Technical trouble. Let's just
play that another time. But now we're playing Forza 5. Thomas is buying ugly cars, and we're trying to earn some credits. And that's basically it. And we talked a little bit about CES, so of course, as always, we put the video up of the stream afterwards, so you can go rewatch it, or if you missed the beginning of us rambling about CES, go watch that afterwards, or go watch the streams from the other days.
Yeah.
And I could say tomorrow, we are playing Gone Home.
Oh, nice.
Which I'm looking forward to. And then
That will not be we as in you and I.
no,
but,
I
you
think
and-
Dorian and I will play it. So tune in tomorrow for that.
This
And we'll
is
have
quite a fast car.
a ton of cool stuff the next couple of weeks that we're trying to line up with guests in the studio, and we'll Skype people in as well. But
Yeah, for
Yeah.
this game you only need my expertise.
well, I wouldn't say we only need it, but that's all we got.
Feel the love.
So we played this level earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, it was actually one of the. I believe this was actually the last track we played in another series.
I like this one. This is a pretty
It's
cool.
a city track.
Where it,
in Prague.
there's a lot of where it like bends. The,
Curves?
No, but where it's also like, yeah. Just it feels like you're actually driving around in some terrain instead of just like straight lines and.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna
And
say.
the corners are not just like a corner; it like curves around and everything.
Oh, he just skidded out. I was gonna say before that if we don't want to follow the career, but we just want to participate in certain races, we could just go out in the single player and set it up, I believe.
Okay.
So we can possibly try some more exclusive cars afterwards. I don't
That's
know.
up to you.
I've actually only really played the career, so I wouldn't be able to say.
Will I have the chance to avoid annoying British people talk about cars that way?
Will I have the chance to avoid you
No.
talking, just in general?
No.
No. I'm quite excited to see the first proper racing game for the PS4 because it will undoubtedly be compared to this.
And when you say proper,
Yeah, most people will probably say that what's it called?
I mean, Drive Club is
Drive
coming,
Club, yes,
coming
is
out
coming.
fairly soon.
And it might be a proper game. I don't want to instigate that it's a bad game, but it seems to me like it's more of an arcade racer.
I would say maybe it's you who told me, oh, it's a total arcade racer, and then I tried it and I just played it like I played Need for Speed, and I just went straight in the first corner, and Gillen won that race, so that was not good.
No, but then again, you oftentimes
I'm actually fairly good at racing.
you
games.
oftentimes forget how much you suck.
No, I'm
racing
pretty
games.
good actually. I do okay, but yeah, it was definitely way more simulation. I don't know. It's probably not like a full-on simulation, but it's definitely not Need for Speed. I can tell you that. You need to drive more realistic than that to have a chance.
Yeah, I played an early version of it, and I might have tuned it since then.
It actually reminded me a little bit of the way I play Forza. No, but I mean the
Of course, it reminded you of the way you play Forza. Just push down the gas pedal and just hope for the
no,
best.
exactly that. I couldn't do that. I really needed to brake, and I was like, I felt like I was actually faster when it felt slow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like when you go through corners and you feel like, oh, this is a little bit slow, but you can take the corner the right
That's
way.
9 out of 10 times the proper way to take a corner.
Yeah. So where like Need for Speed, I feel like the fastest way through a corner is sideways.
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe actually, I feel like we should at some point pick a track and a car,
Yeah,
and then we'll see who can do the fastest.
let's do that. We can do that after this race.
Yeah.
I vote for the Spa circuit because it's.
We just pick. I just want to be able to play it twice or play another level first, so I get warmed up, and then I'll take you on.
Yeah, I just think that the Spa track is close to the best track in the world. I'm not really good at it, but it's just an amazing track. First place! Aided by awesome design, of course. But it is quite amazing to see what not just in this game, but also in previous Forza games, what people are able to design, because the tools that they have are just like circles and triangles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're able to make all this.
Yeah, that blows my mind in games where you're just like,
like details in this.
that I don't understand.
No, I have to say that I haven't tried out the designer in this game, but I imagine it works the same way as in the previous games.
Yeah.
And if so, it is literally
That's
just
so
like
cool.
boxes.
Sorry to go back to Call of Duty, but that's the same thing where it's like you have lines and it's like I at first I was like this. I mean, I don't believe that, and then someone was like, "That's the way." I was like, "I don't."
Yeah, it's
how
hard,
is that possible?
It's hard to imagine how they're actually able to put a complete
I wouldn't.
design like this.
That would take the rest of my life, and I wouldn't be able to make this anyway.
I have a really close friend who's also a graphical designer in real life, who actually started doing designs for the 360 versions of the games, and some of the stuff
Forza.
that he did, was amazing. But I would never have the patience for that.
It's also, I feel like, I mean, maybe if you're good at it, and it's just like you'll just do it. But I'm not gonna spend when I play Call of Duty or Forza, I'm not gonna spend hours on making a logo or something. I mean, I'm there to play the game.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
But if someone makes some cool stuff, I'm happy.
Down for using it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm even okay paying like a tiny amount of money for it if it's something really cool.
Yeah. It's not really the same, but it's sort of the business that has made Riot Games so much money, right? With just different designs for the characters that are unlocked for free.
Yeah, and as long as it's just, if you want to have it look cool and it doesn't change the actual gameplay, I think it's good.
Yeah, a couple of times Riot Games has actually launched like skins, really cool skins, but skins for close to like 200 Danish kroner.
That's crazy.
And it has still become like the most popular skins bought in the store.
But the thing I would just mind is if you could buy some paint job for your car and then it would make you faster as well.
Yeah.
That would annoy me.
Silver paint, you go faster.
Yeah. Aerodynamic something.
Yeah. So I think you had a really good idea, and we should find a car and a track and just maybe compete. So we will go into free play.
In free play, you can set rules according to the way you like to race.
Shut
For
up.
an extra challenge, add a friend for some split-screen racing.
And here you also have to buy the cars to have them, or you can rent them as well.
Yeah, I think you can rent them,
Borrow
and
this car for free.
Don't show this message again.
Or level up while driving it.
Oh, okay, you can borrow it for free, but then you won't earn. Okay,
yeah,
I like
I
that.
think we should go for a proper racing car, like a Le Mans racer, or maybe in this.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You just pick whatever you...
Oh, wait. Oh. Stupid. It would be so amazing if I hadn't clicked "Don't show this again" and it would just start again now. You would really like that.
I did that before. In some other menu.
And McLaren MP. Oh, they don't even know that was in the game. Yeah, let's go for this.
So this is a F1 car from
Classic F1 car.
1976.
Yeah. McLaren.
So this is going to be a fast one.
I think so. It should be. Spa. You want to start out?
Sure.
Oh.
All right.
Should I man the iPad meanwhile?
Sure.
Sure.
Man the iPad. All right. So I get one test try to warm up, and then the second one is the one that counts. So even if I'm faster on the first one, it's the second one that counts.
Just say that.
And I'll just break the controller. Then I can also figure out how you can actually control the car first. I feel like this controller is actually coming loose a little bit here.
think so?
And I guess we're doing automatic, right? So it's only speeder and brake we're doing?
Yeah. You change perspective with this one.
Oh, this is the way to go. Whoa!
Oh, I didn't even know those were the cars on the track. We should probably change that.
Yeah, we'll do that afterwards. That's fine for practice. Man.
The reflections in the glass.
This is insane how fast this car is. Oh my god!
It's an F1 car. What did you expect?
I don't know.
This is straight, so here you should be able to pick up a lot of speed.
I feel like yelling, this is pod racing. This is
150 miles per hour. Just a rapid gear shift.
Die.
You have to pass the car and then drive into it.
Yeah, but I'm not showing all my tricks now, and it doesn't count. Whoa, this isn't. The thing is, it's. I don't know. I feel like it's going okay, but if something goes wrong, you're just doomed. Oh my god, they're playing dirty.
Oh, you're playing crappy.
Yeah. It's my style. Bang.
So with that,
I'm gonna win.
yeah, because you're driving stock car.
This
I
is
think so.
insane.
Like insane good or just insane?
It's insane how fast you drive. Like how fast this car.
Yeah,
is.
the acceleration from like almost 0 to 100
You're like,
miles per
yeah,
hour.
you ram a car and then you, like it kind of stops it a little bit and then you just accelerate around it and it doesn't have a chance.
And the reflections in the glass, it's just amazing to look at. Also, how 70s/80s is it that the glass is yellow?
Yeah, I like the look of this car.
The sound. Oh, that sounds good. It must be, what, V12 maybe?
So do you use the line when you play? Do you turn it off? Do you let it? Or do you have it on and not really use it, or?
I mean, it depends. I seldomly have it on for the whole track. I oftentimes just use it for the corners. And
Yeah, so you have it on, but you don't really pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, but you can also set it so that it only shows in the
Oh,
corners.
okay.
But besides that, I oftentimes turn it completely on, especially when playing multiplayer and stuff like that.
This is insane.
Actually, you're doing 2 laps now, and that's before your timed lap. Or is this your timed lap?
No. We're gonna go
Oh,
out
so you
and
get two?
No, this doesn't count. Now we're gonna go out and turn off the AI or whatever they are.
Yeah, but then you
Driver
get like 3 or 4 laps before you set a time.
No, but this doesn't count.
then
at
stop.
all. No, I want to have.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
this was
okay.
the
No,
deal.
no, it's
you,
fine,
you
it's
can
fine.
get another try
Yeah,
if you
it's
want.
fine.
This was a matter of
Cheater.
you've been playing for the last hour, and I
Cheater.
haven't, and you've played over Christmas,
Sure.
and you're supposed to
Yeah.
be the car guy.
Yep. You're right.
You're not confident
Yeah.
enough in your ability
No,
that you can beat me, even though
that's
you
my
practiced
problem.
over Christmas.
Yeah, you're right, Nick.
I am right. Have you played over Christmas? Yes or no? Do you think you're better than me? Yes or no?
I always know I'm better than
Okay,
you.
then why are you afraid?
I'm not afraid. It's just, your sneaky way of cheating, but that's fine.
Isn't it
Nick.
cheating? Is that how you bully everyone all the time?
Why bully?
So we make an agreement and then you say it's cheating?
Actually, didn't we make an agreement and you're crossing it right now?
No.
It was 2 laps.
We're gonna take
with
it-
the second lap being a time
No,
lap.
no, no, no. We're gonna go out and take the AI stuff out of the other cars off.
So if I just went into single player and drove like 80 laps on the same track, it wouldn't be considered cheating?
What are you talking about? I'm not driving 80 laps. I get 1 go. We get 2 laps each after this. Fastest one wins.
Okay. Still cheating, but that's fine.
Sure. I guess you need an excuse for the odd chance that I'm actually gonna beat you.
The odd chance,
Yeah,
Nick.
yeah. So do we do 1 lap or do we do fastest 2 laps?
That's up to you.
Is it? Because either way, what I'm gonna pick, it's gonna be cheating afterwards, right?
No, I just want to set a standard set of rules and not afterwards just saying, yeah, well, this is.
Well,
this
no,
is
you
not
set the
cheating.
rules. Let's hear it.
Okay, best time of 2 laps.
Okay. No other cars on the track.
No, and it's combined time, right?
Okay.
Yep. Cool car though, and cool track.
Yeah.
Game options maybe. Why does it insist on choosing the old car?
I guess because it's like you rent it for one try or something.
Yeah, probably.
Was it the Scuderia we had before?
No, it was the McLaren. You're right. This one,
Yeah,
M23.
And then
No other cars. Game options, probably.
Yeah, max AI players. 2 laps. Yeah.
Car class. All right.
Yeah. Does it show the final time afterwards? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
I
think we
think
had
so.
problems with that when we played the campaign, that it didn't show it proper. Like it was only there, maybe it was there like that, and then we moved on because we did something similar for that.
Okay, I actually think that it always shows the combined time, but sometimes maybe you might miss the individual times for
Yeah, I don't know. There's just something with that where we talked about that in the stream at one point.
Pressure.
Okay. I feel like we should have like GR's best gamer across multiple
we
games.
should do that, yeah. It's actually James Hunt's old car. And we choose the perspective ourselves.
No, you need to drive like a normal
Okay.
car,
Yep.
like real stuff.
This is insane acceleration. Oh shit.
Well, let's stay positive. You're first.
Mr. Funny Man.
Lasse, can we get like a
Instant rim
soundboard that I can just be like, get claps and? No. Okay.
No.
I guess Lasse is the straight man in this
Yeah.
comedy setup.
Which is a kind of rare role for him, right?
What is he normally?
Not the straight one.
The curved one?
We should. Ah, crap. We should probably have taken off some of the assists.
Yeah, that's gonna be my excuse.
It's actually gonna be your help, I think. but we have auto braking on, so our laps will be.
Do we have auto braking on?
Yeah, I think so. So our laps should be pretty close to each other.
So you don't brake?
I feel like the car brakes itself when I enter a corner too fast.
But I mean, you've already been in the grass, so.
True, Nick. Double true.
Am I lying again or cheating or something?
No, that was just before. Yeah, it auto brakes.
Does it really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Actually, if we start this, let's start this over, right?
Okay, then go.
And you can start if you want to. That's up to you.
Let's go a quick race and then see if it's on the settings.
Yeah, for everyone who wants to play a racing game like this, that is definitely one of the first things that they should disable. It just,
auto braking sounds terrible.
Yeah, it just completely ruins your feeling of the car. Full braking assisted. ABS. So we'll drive it. ABS on?
Yeah.
The steering, normal. Traction.
I mean, ABS, you can have that in a real car.
Yeah. I don't know. I usually turn off traction control as well. But let's just use that. Okay, like this?
Yes.
You want to start?
No, you just do it first.
You sure?
Yeah.
Ooh. So for everyone who just joined,
Yeah.
we should have been playing Path of Exile. We encountered some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we couldn't connect to the server, so instead we were planning to talk about CES either way, and we did that in the beginning. And now we're playing Forza 5 on Xbox One, and we've played the game a little bit, and now we're doing a little bit of a competition. We'll see who can do the fastest 2 laps.
Combined 2 laps on Spa in McLaren M23, old school F1 car.
I'm just trying to
insane acceleration. Oh, this is much better. Yeah. Now you can actually make mistakes. Ooh, this is gonna be troublesome.
But isn't this the sort of thing where I feel like whenever I talk to someone who's really into car games, that they tell you not to jump into a car like this, that you should
never do that.
You should
That's true.
play with, like, you shouldn't jump into a Lamborghini or Ferrari, or
No,
you should play more normal cars first and kind of learn how they work.
Yeah, it's like most people dream of racing a Ferrari or just driving a Ferrari or Lamborghini or F1 car or whatever. So of course it will seem logical to actually choose a car like that, but
that's something you do in Need for Speed.
Yeah, but they are also for any game who just tries to simulate what it is to drive a car like that in reality. They will also be some of the most difficult cars to actually manage.
Of course.
So definitely start out with something less violent, I would say. One of the previous, I believe it was Forza 4, actually started you out in a Fiat 500 Abarth. And while that is a racing car, it is an extremely small racing car. So
it's not as fast as a Ferrari.
No, of course not. But it actually sort of gave you the best of 2 worlds.
I don't think it's really about whether it's a racing car. It's more a matter of that you don't get a car that is super fast.
I mean, it's one of the small problems I had with the newest Gran Turismo game, was that it started you out in like a soccer mom van.
Okay.
And even though I get that it's because it wants to learn you how to drive before you get something with more horsepower, it is for a game a really, really a really, really boring way to start out the game. I think.
Okay. It's almost done with the first lap.
The acceleration in this car, I mean, how fast it goes from 0 to 100 miles per hour. It's just...
You did 232. 232.9. And I'm assuming you'll do faster on the second lap.
Oh no!
Jinxed
What
it.
did I just do? On the
But you
worst.
still have a faster split time.
I did?
Yeah.
This is terrible. That's bad. It's also on the worst part of the track to actually do it because it's on a straight and
Yeah, you lose a lot of time on that.
yeah, every second or every part of a second I lose just in the corner before that will be magnified in the whole straight.
Yeah, well, you kind of reset when you get to a corner in some way. Is that right?
Yeah.
You're still faster than your previous lap, about a second faster.
Yeah, but it was not a rolling start on the first track.
Yeah, and you're about 2 seconds faster at the beginning of the...
Yeah, so I lost close to a second. More, actually. But the tires are also warmer now, so it's more
Can you
sticky.
feel a difference in that?
I don't know right now.
Oh, but you're faster
actually.
now, you're back to 2 seconds.
It might be a bit more sticky, but that also might just be my imagination.
I feel like you're also playing this way more aggressive now than you
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I
But
am.
is that because you know you fucked up in the beginning, that you kind of you're trying to make up? A little bit?
Yeah, it is, and it's also, again, because I tend to believe that the tires are more sticky now, having put some warmth into them, some heat into them. And since this is only a two-lap race, I can actually, just completely obliterate the tires and not have to worry about the rubber
Yeah.
wearing off.
Let's see, 5 minutes. So you were 2:30. It was about 5:04, 5.
I believe if we don't push too many buttons, I will show that. Come on. It's a cool car, man. Doesn't it say?
No, see, that's the thing.
That's insane.
It says the lap time, the
Maybe-
fastest lap time.
Maybe
is 2:30.
leaderboards? Or event results?
I think it only counts the one lap event result. What was that there?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
total
it.
504.6.
0.606. Yeah, I'll just
546.
write that down. Actually, you should write it down on your...
All right, I'll do that. Now I feel like Jeremy Clarkson. So you did it in
That beast.
in 5.
504.
You did it in 40. All right.
504.
606. Yeah, I put that down. I can always edit it if I'm not happy with that after.
I'll make Lasse send me the sound.
Did I
file
just now? I
afterwards.
didn't press restart, did I? You set it up.
Because you messed it up.
Yeah, and I don't want any complaints that I put it wrong.
Oh, it's actually still in the same.
Same everything. Okay. See. So next time you're on, we're gonna do this in Call of Duty one-on-one.
I will gladly admit that you would completely tear me.
Yeah,
a
but
new
I
one.
want video evidence.
No. Listen, everyone who sees this, Nick is far better at Call of Duty than me. I have no qualms about admitting that.
Good, Lasse. Can I get that as a clip?
Hopefully you knew that been in doubt about that.
No. I just like having that.
Yeah. Actually, we probably haven't reset the braking thing, but if you end up
If I do way faster.
if you end up winning this, that would be my excuse.
Sure. The fact that you even say if. It's definitely not assisting.
No. Yes, I'm not the only one who did that. Power sliding in a F1 car must feel pretty amazing in real life.
Dude, it is Wednesday.
Huh?
It is Wednesday, that's how I roll.
My F1 car is parked right outside.
I do kind of drive it like Need for Speed right now.
Yep.
I slide in all the corners.
I was quite impressed by your performance before, because you seem to master both brake and throttle pretty well for a guy who's used to playing Need for Speed.
Yeah.
Of course, that's now just due to the aids that were turned on the game before.
I don't do too bad, do I?
No, I think you're doing fine. I mean, you're power sliding, but
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
doing terrible as well, so I don't think you're setting a bad time or anything.
Also, this car is insane,
Yep.
I will say. Because last time I played this game, or racing games in general that were not Need for Speed, I didn't play in a car that's this insane.
No, and I don't know how you, from what viewpoint you usually play the games. If you're not used to this viewpoint, it will definitely do something about your time. I just like the sound.
I like the grass, apparently. I was thinking before, and I'm gonna play it a little bit slow. And then I always end up just going, no, I can do faster.
Yeah.
I can do faster. I'm slower than you, though.
Do you remember what my first...
You were like 232, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, and also, like I said before, the two of us luckily don't have to think about tire wear or anything, because
Oh, I do.
because if you like just imagine driving a car like we are driving this Formula 1 car right now, the rubber or the tire would just come off in a matter of like half a lap or so.
No, this is fast.
160 miles per hour. You're also being way more aggressive this time.
Yeah, I need to. I was like 6 seconds behind or something like
Oh, you said 6 seconds, right? Your split time was just 7 seconds better.
that. Really?
Yep. If you win this, we'll have to have another goal. I hope you know that.
I'm just gonna throw down the controller and walk out. You can finish the stream on your own. What was it? I played some game recently where I was like, I tried it once and I won, and then I left.
Isn't that how you usually
Yeah, it's
roll?
like if I win, I'm out.
Yeah. Never gonna be better than this, so. Oh, you're 8 seconds better. This is terrible, man.
I do feel like I'm getting the grip on this a little bit better.
It was a cool track, right?
Yeah, but also, I mean, maybe it's also the assisted braking that I had to get used to not being on there anymore. But I definitely feel like I understand the car a little bit better.
Yeah, and that's actually really cool that you say that, because that's usually the way you end up playing games like this, that you play with certain aids and you...
I can feel I need to play the corners differently than I did the
You can
and
be
that was why I
way more
wanted
aggressive.
that's why I wanted to have a go in the game before we counted because like having not played the game, just having some sort of feel of the controller and the car and the track and all that stuff. Oh, this was terrible. Now I screwed up. Now we're gonna win.
Yes! This is perfect.
I actually fucked it up in the last one.
You did. Important.
I really screwed it up big time the last one.
I think you'd won if you had not messed up the last S corner.
That's where when I start fucking talking too much.
You always talk too much, Nick.
Yeah.
No, but what I was going to say is that that's actually usually the way you go about playing a game like this. That you get a certain feel for the game, and you start turning off the aids one
But I
by
did
one.
a faster lap time, didn't I? Wasn't that my one?
Where you turn off like traction control and anti-lock brake system and stuff like that.
Yeah, you were way quicker than me.
Should we have another go?
Sure.
I don't know what.
Let's do another. We have 20 minutes left. Let's do another different car, different track.
Yeah.
No practice.
Okay.
That's terrible. That I actually did well, and
I think
then
it's amazing. No, but I don't know about you, but didn't you feel like you could attack the lap?
yeah,
far
I did.
more
That's
than,
true. It might be that as well. But I definitely also felt the whole first lap and the first part of the second lap, that understanding how you do the corners, how you brake. Like I was learning how to do that. Can we do like a medium sort of car? Like let's not do like a Lamborghini or Ferrari. That's like. But
How
like,
about this one?
that looks crazy.
Yeah. But if we're doing a competition, we should go for something crazy.
Okay, I don't want to do that one though. Then let's do. What was the car you really liked? The Ferrari one. Let's go. Can we do that one? That one? Yeah. Let's do that one.
But why not go for a track racer?
I want to try something like that. I don't want to do a Le Mans or a F1.
Holden?
I'd rather do like a normal, like one of those than.
Okay. They're just so boring compared to the track cars. You sure?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Then I never thought I would say a Ferrari was boring. So.
All right, a different track.
Catalunya, maybe.
Can I see like the outline of it? You can't see that here.
I don't think so.
Try to go into it and see if you can see it there. Yeah.
All
All right, that looks fun. Yeah. We can do a NASCAR one afterwards.
Yeah. Those are actually really hard.
NASCAR?
Mm-hmm.
It's just boring.
Yeah, I thought so as well for a long, long time, but then I started to kind of understand some of the tactics, and my whole thing was, why watch NASCAR when you can watch Formula 1 where they go around these difficult tracks?
I don't know about watching it, but I feel like playing it was boring.
Yeah,
like
that might be true.
Are we gonna do? I actually think it will be. No, let's do the same. I just think we do a lap, so we have two chances to set who can set the fastest lap.
Okay, but then we have to do it from standing start, like this.
Oh, let's just go like we did exactly what we did before.
Okay. Actually, you know what? You should start this time around.
Okay. Hip hop cam. So when I win, can we cut to the hip hop cam?
Let's do that, Nick.
Hey, just notice how close I was before. I actually had it. I just didn't want to destroy Thomas yet.
Sure, Nick. It's the pressure, Nick. You can't stand the pressure.
Under pressure.
Yep. Kind of makes you think that you messed it up in the very last corner.
Yeah, but the
last
thing
time
is,
around.
I mean, I actually felt like I had a chance, even though I know it was like slim. But I don't really feel a pressure that I need to beat you in Forza.
Is that what you're telling yourself?
Yeah.
Or is that
And that's what I'm telling everyone. Oh my god.
That was...
I actually think this car is way harder to drive.
It doesn't, probably doesn't have the same amount of downforce as a Formula 1
No,
racer.
like, I don't know what the correct word is, but I feel like the grip, like, I don't grip the road like I do in the other one.
That's downforce.
Yeah, but it, like, yeah.
The way the car's being pushed down.
But I guess it's also the tires and everything, isn't it?
Well, of course the tires does have something to do with it, but
It's also, like, it slides so quickly.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff that makes it. It's probably also a more heavy car, maybe not quite as balanced as a Formula 1 racer.
Yeah, I mean, without knowing anything, that sounds about right.
You're just experiencing all
Yeah,
kinds of
but I
trouble
mean,
right now.
it does sound like an accurate description of what I feel right now. I feel like I need to play this way more defensively than.
Yeah, more slowly, right?
Yeah.
That's and I'm not just you know, complaining here, but that's actually why I wanted a race car, because
Okay.
that really sticks to the ground.
I
So you
just
can
wanted to
focus
try
on-
something different.
Yeah. But the Formula 1 cars are way different from the mountain races.
Yeah, of course.
You can still choose another car, Nick.
No, I'm good. I want to try this, even though I've totally screwed this up already. Like, if I win this, like, you should be embarrassed. I guess you would be either way. Okay, that was pretty bad.
Congratulations, you beat Strix.
I don't want to be congratulated for this.
Next rival is the Wee Man. 222. Did you notice your first lap time?
No. But doesn't it tell, like, how many seconds ahead and behind I am?
Yeah. The split times. Faster by almost 3 seconds than the last time around.
Thing is, now I've, like, cut the grass where I need to take the shortcut.
And put lots of small rocks and grass into the tires as well.
Yeah, I wish you would play the exact same track that I just played so I could just fuck up the track. Park the car in the middle of the road. That's how I win.
Just put, like, drive into the stands.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
like, make the stands come up on the track.
Drive into the crowd so they run into the, into the track.
Get off! Get off the track, please! But it does look like a much more difficult car to drive. Just, I mean, I'm looking at you right now, so
Yeah.
everything seems kind of difficult.
You know you're never gonna be at this skill level.
Sure.
I make it look hard.
Yep. You're so good that you make it
Yeah.
look hard.
I get that a lot. See, I don't think I could ever do what you do.
You sure
The
they
thing, if
don't?
it was just, if I did this on purpose, no. Just think about that.
Yeah.
I don't just do the fastest way, you know?
You
I do the
cer- you-
spins and
you-
cut the grass.
you
So
certainly- you
see if
certainly
you
don't.
can copy that, you know, the third corner, you take the grass and
Okay, so your time was
fast.
It'll just
That's
say
all
fast.
you need to know.
Light speed.
Well, let's see. I guess I need to write it down.
Your combined time was
4:37.
7:298.
4:37. 2:98. And what was the lap thing?
Oh. That was 2.12.
2:12. Okay.
2:12.418.
Just gonna see if the second one was decent.
Somewhere.
I actually think that would be I would be better at that if we did like I feel like if we drove 10 laps, I would have a way bigger chance of doing the fastest lap than doing the. I would think you would be way more consistent over the 10 laps.
That's possible.
Where I could see myself being good at doing one fast lap.
Yeah. Somewhere out there, I imagine people watching this and just like crying with laughter because our lap times are so horrible.
I imagine being like, okay.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
You say this is first go?
I mean, this is like the 4th lap or like track I've played in Forza 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know how much you played it the very first time you hooked up the Xbox One.
No, I played I think I played 3 levels or something like that. Yeah.
And just to correct anyone who might have misunderstood me before, I wasn't saying that this is an ugly car. I just said that the 458 is worlds prettier than this.
Also, if you look at my, full time and my lap time,
This is horrible.
I'm like 20 seconds faster or something on my.
Yeah, the second time?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yep. Oh, you have to really battle with this car around the corners. Oh, that's bad. That's actually the exact same. No.
I might actually have a chance.
Oh, this is bad.
Oh, that's awesome.
Do you know how much time I have to make up now?
Yeah,
just to correct
more
this?
than 20 seconds.
More than 20 seconds, yes.
So I guess my first lap was about 2:25.
Oh, that's bad. Compared to the F1 car, this just feels like a sleigh or something.
Yeah.
It's so.
This feels like they put a Need for Speed car in a real game, compared to the other one, where it's like, this is not the way it's supposed to do after trying the other car.
So heavy.
And is it the back end that spins out every time, or what is it like?
I mean, it's
Tell me some car stuff that I'm not gonna understand. But it sounds clever.
but just in basic principles, it's always going to be extremely hard to judge a car when you just raced.
But is the engine in the front or the back of this car?
I believe it's back engine.
So that would mean, what would it would it oversteer or understeer?
Oh, that's not really.
Okay.
I mean, it does have something to say, but for a car manufacturer like Ferrari, it shouldn't have anything to say. Understeer or oversteer, I believe you mean.
So I think my first lap was about 2:25, which you got 5 seconds.
Yeah, I'm never gonna make this.
Oh, you're not? Oh yeah, you are pretty far off.
Oh, this is terrible, man. This is hard to stand.
I'm gonna try not to smile a lot.
This will have to be an absolutely perfect.
So you were about 9 seconds behind. For 30 seconds. You actually have to do the lap in about 2 minutes. That is fast. But you're also doing better now.
I should be doing better, but I should be doing far better. But I mean,
But the thing is, maybe that ended up being a benefit for me. I tend to think it's actually better being the second one driving, because you can see what the other player does. But now you have to attack this lap so much that you might end up doing even worse, because you can't. I ended up playing a little bit more slower.
That's done. I can't make it out.
All right, so
you need the controls. Probably.
Yeah. We have time for a little bit. Actually,
Okay.
you know what? You can restart. We have time for one more go.
No, I'm fine with that. But I would rather maybe let's just do a 1 lap competition and one of the mountain races.
Okay, cool. We have about 7 minutes left, so fast. So that was 1-1.
That's true. That's true. I even forfeited the last one because I messed up so bad.
Yeah, but that's also because the one that you won, I lost it with like
That's actually true.
last one. I should have won that one.
Had you just, not buckled under the pressure.
I could even just have played it like safe that
Yeah.
corner, and I would have won.
Yeah, I still think that you needed to be quite fast through it, but just a normal way
Yeah.
through it, and you would have. Okay, should we go for?
You just pick now.
Yeah. Any track in particular?
Just a different one.
Yeah. Laguna Seca. Prague, Sebring. Probably should go for Silverstone.
All right, go.
You want to start or should I?
You start.
Okay. So only one lap?
No, let's do the same. We have time.
Okay.
We'll do it fast.
Yeah, well, it's a...
We'll go 1 minute.
Le Mans
over.
racer. Ooh, I'm sorry about this, but it's been a long day. I'm currently losing his neck in a racing game.
Yeah. Remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, now you have it. I need to find my like hip hop poses. I don't know. Maybe I'll do like.
Please don't.
No.
No.
Wouldn't I be faster?
Oh, come on. We can't.
What if I go like this?
This is an insane viewpoint.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
Ooh.
You can almost see more out the side than you can.
Why people would ever put themselves in a death machine like this?
You know what? If I could have one wish about Forza, it would be that you could, like, as DLC, there would be a pod racer. How awesome would that be?
That would be awesome.
Especially if you could play online and you could just, people would just play, you'll pick their Ferrari or a Lamborghini or whatever, and then you look to the side and it'll be a fucking pod racer.
Hello.
And you would be Anakin, so you would have that little voice that people tend to hate and stuff.
Did you ever play the pod racer game?
If you could wear out a game, I did it with that one. I completed that several times.
Seriously,
Like,
that was
that was awesome.
Yeah, that was an amazing game, and you didn't even. I mean, just as a racing fan, that was a really good game.
Yeah, it was so much fun, and like the pods actually felt like the racers felt different. You could level them up and buy parts, and you can buy them like official store and like in a junkyard sale or something, and they were so awesome. And whenever you played a race, you would choose whether you wanted to be like, well, winner takes all, and then you had to win the race to get the money, or you would play like there was more even, that first, second, and third would all get money, or what you wanted to do. That was so awesome.
You obviously remember much more of the game.
I played that game so much. Me and my cousin, we were just...
My cousin.
Yeah. That was back when I remembered all the names of the 18 pod racers that are in episode 1. Like that you don't get their names in the film. It's just like, I would just remember that. I spent so much time on that game. It's awesome.
I just remember it had a really clever turbo boosting system where you had to constantly monitor the cooldowns.
Yeah, because you could fire it all you wanted, but you would destroy your engines if you used it too much. Yeah, that was awesome.
Such a cool system.
And then I remember the first level looked like the Boonta Eve that's in episode 1, but it was like a shortened version, and then later you would get to the proper one, and that would be really hard. And you would play on different planets. Like you would go on. In the film, they also mentioned pod racing on Malastare, and you would go see that, and like very different environments and everything.
It's terrible. I need to focus now, I think.
Alright, where's that? Done now? I guess it's going to be about 4 minutes.
Fuck, this is fast.
Is this faster than the other one?
Yeah. Or actually, I haven't been able to look at the speedometer. But
No, but does it feel faster? And
Yeah,
how's the grip?
the grip is really good, but the speed you get on the straights. Just
How does it feel compared to the first car we drove?
to the F1 car?
Yeah.
It's more based on the track. It's more balanced.
So can you push it more, or?
Yeah, but also it has the whole thing about almost turning into a plane when you really catch top speeds in it.
And what does that mean?
It's just, you feel like every little adjustment you do to the steering of the car when it goes really fast can be felt in the way
So
it
you can
pushes
spin
down.
out really easy? Or?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. 408, 409, something like that?
Oh, that's quite insane.
You're gonna remember that. I want to jump straight in.
Let me just...
I'm just gonna go into and see it, but I wanna... If we have to finish, then we have to go like now.
Let me punch it in on your phone.
Event results.
That's
409, 498.
498. Okay. Restart. 4098.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah, we're gonna go over with a minute or two. So I guess you
4098. I'll write
4
it
minutes,
down.
9 seconds, 0.8. I guess maybe you could do like a 4-minute outro now or something. Like,
Yeah, Benge just wrote, when you talk about pod racing, it's really only about the arcade game, damn it. And Benge, the arcade game was right, but I'm...
the arcade game?
Yeah, there was a pod race arcade game with the whole cabinet and everything.
Oh,
Done by
really?
Sega, I believe. Yeah, they had it here in Copenhagen, actually.
Did I play that? It actually rings a bell now, but I never thought it. But I played it a little bit on PC or on Mac.
Yeah.
But I played it a lot on N64, and actually I love playing Diddy Kong Racing and Mario Kart and that as well. But I think the pod racing game was another great racing game on that console.
Yeah, but do you remember Professor Olsen's spil?
Yes.
In Copenhagen, they
Yeah.
had it at one point in time.
I think I've tried it, but not enough.
I was going to say, Benge, that even though it was great, I actually preferred the console version. It was two separate games, but the console version was just amazing.
Was there a career and everything in the?
No, I don't think so.
So
I think it was,
I'd definitely go for that.
singular
It
reasons.
actually felt like I loved playing that. I mean, it's not really a story, but it felt like the whole career thing and all that. That was really great. I feel like I'm destroying this track right now, actually. And I'm talking about Star Wars. Maybe that's it. Feel the Force. I'm turning off my targeting computer now, Thomas.
Sorry?
I'm turning off my targeting computer.
Feel the force, Nick.
So yeah, today we were supposed to play Path of Exile.
Yeah, but we encountered some technical trouble, and therefore chose to play Forza Motorsport 5 on the Xbox One instead. I think, seeing if anything had changed with the game since it had launched. Not that we are specifically only doing this with Forza, but pretty much all the launch games for
Yeah,
the new
we're going to
consoles.
replay all of them. We're going to play Battlefield, Assassin's Creed. I think we're going to do Need for Speed, Knack, Dead Rising. I mean, all the games you'd imagine. We're going to try to do those. Mixed in with other games, we're going to play Gone Home tomorrow. We're going to start doing Friday nights again, where you can win some cool prizes. And we also have a thing planned next week with you that isn't final yet, but
Could be really cool.
yeah, with guests in the studio and everything. And we're going to try to Skype in people. It could be developers, could be editors from other countries. So definitely stay tuned every day. Check the page. And as you saw today, we're going to play Path of Exile on PC, and that ended up not working out. So it might, even though you don't think it's a game for you, you might want to check in anyway to see what we ended up doing. Yeah.
So, what do you think of the car?
I like it.
Yeah.
This is way easier to drive. I think this has been the easiest car so far. I feel like I can really.
Yeah, you're doing quite well. Actually, worryingly well, I would say. but you also play much more aggressive.
Yeah, but I feel like I can do that, and that's the way I mean, that's actually my problem in most games I play, whether it's FIFA or a shooter, that I think I've gotten good at not always playing aggressive, but it's definitely the way I comes natural to me, and maybe that's why I like Battlefield as well, and I play that with friends, but I play more Call of Duty, and maybe that's because that's the aggressive shooter, you know. You rush into things and then you die and then you respawn, and I tend to...
No!
So with that, we're out. See you guys.
Les, you need to end this right now. Bye.